Hello dear students. In today's video, we are going to learn a new chapter, that is chapter 9. Yes, it will be a new topic to you, that is strategies for enhancement in food production. Chapter name is strategies for enhancement in food production. So the title itself indicates. So you can make out what is the strategies. So here the title itself clears you that it is some of the strategies employed. For what it is employed? To enhance the food production. Okay. So in this chapter you are going to learn about animal husbandry. That's the main part of this chapter. Then you will also study about the management of farm and farm animals. Management of farm and farm animals. In that you will study about the dairy farming as well as poultry farming. Then you will also study about the animal breeding. So animal breeding also a part of this chapter, where you will understand how the varieties of animals can be developed. Okay, you know that there are various technologies are employed to improve the quality of the breed. Okay, so how these new varieties of the breed can be developed in animals by the method of animal breeding. Okay, then you will also study about the beekeeping, then also about the fisheries, then also you will understand, you are going to learn another new topic. It is also an important part, plant breeding. Okay, so in the plant breeding you will understand about the green revolution. So what are the methods to develop a new plant variety? So all those topics are covered in the plant breeding. And one more important topic you will study here, tissue culture. About the tissue culture also. And in plant breeding you will study how the new plant varieties which is resistance to diseases, which is resistant with the improved quality of minerals, vitamins, how can we develop such varieties and what are the examples, so all those you will study here. Then also you will study about the single cell protein. So we shall discuss all these aspects one by one. Okay, so first let us start with the animal husbandry. So in this session let us learn about the animal husbandry as well as the management of farm and farm animals. Okay, so let us talk about some about the food production, how it is occurring and what is the importance of this food production in India. Now, generally we all know that we human beings are dependent on animals. For what we are dependent on the animals? We are completely, not completely, we are dependent on plants as well as animals. The animals as well as, it need not to include only the cattle, even we also depend on the birds for this chicken as well as some of the other animals like sheep for its wool. Then what else? Yes, so this is how we human beings are generally are dependent on animals and its products. And most of you will be knowing that the animals, how it was very used in the earlier days, even for transportation also they were using the animals, right? So importance of animals to human beings is unavoidable. It is very important. Now, one more thing to understand why these strategies has to be improved to develop the food production. Now, we know that with the ever increasing population, right? Our population is going on increasing. We all know about that. The rising population of India as well as in the all over the world. So population is increasing as well as the food production also must increase along with this increased number of population. So how the population increase, likewise the food production also must increase. That is our target. So with ever increasing population, the food production also has to be improved. So this increase in production, food production, can be achieved by two methods. So increase in food production, how it can be achieved? It can be achieved through two methods. Okay, so what are the two methods? It is by animal husbandry. Okay, then one more method is plant breeding. So these are the two methods by which we can increase the food production in India. So let us learn in detail about this animal husbandry and plant breeding. If we compare, so just we talked about the population and as well as with the relation with the food production. Now if we take the data which is given, it is collected as per the recorded data, if we analyze, we can say that India and China, you know that these are the most populous country. So here if you take the count, so India and China, both of them contributes almost 70% of livestock of world is present in India. Okay, so India and China, here both of them contributes to the 70% livestock of world population. Which are the two countries? India and China. Even though they contribute 70% of livestock of world population, okay, so they contribute 70% of livestock population, but productivity, if you compare this percentage with the productivity of this dairy farm or whatever the productivity from these two countries, it is only about 25%. So what is the productivity here? Here the productivity is only 25%. So with this we can clearly understand that how much livestock population is there in these two countries, that much production is not taking place. So there is a need for improving the method of developing the products from this livestock. So various methods has to be employed so that we can enhance in the food production. So we can enhance the, we can increase the food production, thereby we can, yes, we can manage, we can meet the demand of the population. Okay, so there will not be any food crisis occur. Okay, will not be occurring. And one more thing to remember here is that you might have heard about the Green Revolution. Okay, so Green Revolution is also a part of this chapter. Here, the Green Revolution, which has made a drastic improvement in the crop production, it is also helped to improve the other areas, like even it also helped to go with the White Revolution. Okay, White Revolution means which increases the milk and its products. So likewise, White Revolution, then Blue Revolution, which has improved the fish production in India. So all this revolution has made some drastic improvement in the contribution towards the food production. So how this is achieved is by employing some of the modern techniques and scientific procedures in this. So let us understand how the scientific procedures and techniques can be employed in the management of farm and farm animals. So here by this we had understood that there is a to increase the overall quality of products, okay, to increase the overall quality of the products of animals, there should be strategies always as well as techniques are required to enhance the food production in India. Okay, so not only in India, it has to be initiated all over the country. So it should be along with the management of farm and farm animals. You should be along with the management of farm and farm animals. So what are the two aspects of food production? What are the two parts of animal husbandry? Animal husbandry involves, one is, how can we increase in food production? How can we improve that is by two methods. What is one method? It is by animal breeding. Then second, by plant breeding. So let me give the definition of these two, then we shall go for discussing the next topic. So what is animal husbandry? So here what does it includes? It includes, what are the aspects? It includes dairy farming, animal husbandry includes dairy farm, then poultry farm, then what else? Then one more aspect is the beekeeping and fisheries. These are the part of animal husbandry. So animal husbandry involves dairy farming, poultry farm, beekeeping and fisheries. What are the plant breeding means? Here it refers to the manipulation of breeds of plant. Okay, here the plant breeds are manipulated to produce a new plant with the desirable qualities. So what is plant breeding? It is a manipulation of plant species to create. Plant breeding means manipulation of a plant species to create plant with desirable qualities. So with the desirable qualities, what are the desirable qualities we expect in a plant? The disease resistance, then resistance to climatic conditions, then what else it has? It should have the good production. So that means quality of the production has to be also increased. Desirable plants with good qualities. Okay. Yes. So these are the two aspects of the increase in food production. The food production can be increased in all over the India or all over the world by either by animal breeding, also by plant breeding. So it means that since we are human beings, we depend on animals as well as plants. So the products of animals as well as products of plant also needed for overall improvement of the over the country as well as for the development of the nation. So what are the scientific procedures and techniques can be used to produce or improve the food production is our topic. So first let us concentrate on management of farm and farm animals. So what is animal husbandry? So got the definition of animal husbandry. Animal husbandry is the agricultural practice animal husbandry is a agricultural practice of rearing and caring of agriculture practice of rearing and breeding of livestock. So animal husbandry means it is a agricultural practice, a part of agriculture itself. So it is a agriculture practice of rearing and breeding of livestock. I know that many of us, even you, even among you also, many of you are also from a agricultural background. So you may think, what is there to study? How to look after a cattle? How to look after a fowl bird? All those, it is a known thing to you. But here we are concentrating what are the scientific procedures, okay, to get a desirable qualities or to get a good result. We have to employ some of the new techniques and methods. It is equivalent to how you yourself are changing to get a good result. So many of us you will have a this one idea that you all are studying. You see, some of them are studying very well, they're getting good marks. And some of them are studying well, but not able to get the good marks. So you have to analyze yourself. What are the strategies you can improve? Okay, you can you can bring in your studying habits so that you can get a good result. So that strategies you have to practice. Okay, the strategies maybe with respect to the studying in advance, making a proper timetable, and as well as by practicing more by writing, and as well as by reading more books or some other methods. Okay, so those methods you have to analyze, and that is according to your nature and habit. You have to develop that so that you can get a good result. So agriculture practice of breeding and raising the agricultural practice of rearing and breeding of livestock, or you can also use a word that is raising and breeding of livestock. Both are okay, which you are using, which definition also fine. So it is a practice of breeding and raising livestock. So we can include, so it is a science. So agriculture practice, it's not only a science, it is also an art. So we can say that also, because it is somewhat like a art. So some are very well skilled in that handling of animals and all. So skill is required that in that area. So that's why we say that agricultural practice, animal husbandry is a science as well as it is an art. Then what are the animals can be used here? Okay, so it also deals. Okay, the animal husbandry deals with, that means what are the part of the animal husbandry, what are the areas has to be concentrated here. It deals with the care and breeding of livestock. It deals with care and breeding. You simply, if you are bringing a animal to your home, maybe you are bringing a new cow and you are looking after it, but if you don't concentrate on its how to care for that, how to develop a new breed, or how to get a good breed from that, how to produce a new breed in that, if you are not concentrating on that, then will not give a good production. So that's why it deals with the caring as well as breeding of livestock. So what are the livestock includes? The livestock involves, what the livestock involves, it is not only the cow, sheep, so it includes cow, sheep, buffaloes, then what else, other animals you can look after. So cow is reared for milk, then sheep for its wool, then buffaloes also very good in giving very good animal to get the milk. So goats, etc. These are the livestock. So list out the livestock by yourself. Okay, list out the livestock which can be used for human needs. Okay, so cow, buffalo, sheep, goats. Then even this, I already told you, animal husbandry, it involves dairy farming, then fisheries, then as well as poultry farming. Poultry farming means it is a rearing of birds like fowls which are used for egg as well as for the meat production. Then management of farm and farm animals. Let us understand what are the management of farm and farm animals. What are the criteria has to be used to bring a good result in the animal husbandry. So how can we use some of the scientific procedures or techniques to get a good desirable qualities in the production of milk as well as other aspects. So we call it as a professional approach. Just now I told you that many of us are from agricultural background. So you may think what is the need of studying this topic here. So we call this approach. This is not an usual approach how you used to look after the cow or any other animals at your locality. This is a professional approach. So a professional approach includes the modern methods or techniques along with the traditional methods. So that's why this is different from the usual methods what we used to consider or what we used to have follow in our general area or wherever we nowadays we started to develop this. Because of that we could bring that improvement in the food production. So a professional approach is required to while managing the farm and farm animals. The professional approach includes the modern methods as well as the traditional methods. So what is farm management? Okay, farm management. The definition goes like this. Farm management is a controlled and scientific method. It's a controlled and scientific handling of farm animals. Is a controlled and scientific handling of farm animals for their rearing, breeding, so as to maintain their yield. So as to maintain their yield. So farm management is a controlled and scientific handling of farm animals. Okay, it is a controlled and scientific handling of farm animals for their rearing and breeding so as to maintain their yield. Your main concentration is yield. Any farmer who is working in the farm or in the farmland, their main intention is to get the good yield. So without a good yield, the success of agriculture is nil. So that's why here we have this is the management of this farms and farm animals is very important. Now, let us understand. I told you already a professional approach. So before going to that, what are the criteria or what are the areas we have to concentrate in the animal husbandry? Let us understand some of the importance of this animal husbandry. So let me ask you one question. Who is the father of Green Revolution? The father of Green Revolution is, yes, it is, his name is M.S. Swaminathan. So who is the father of White Revolution? You know about that? Father of White Revolution. It is Dr. M.S. Verghese Kurian. Okay, his name is Dr. Verghese. See, he is from India. Okay, father of White Revolution in India is Dr. Verghese Kurian. So he is known as the father of White Revolution in India. Father of White Revolution in India is Verghese Kurian. So why this professional approach is needed? So along with the traditional method, along with the modern method as well as traditional methods, it gives the boost to the production so that we can increase the quality of the yield. So it gives boost to our food production. So we are going to study now some of the management practices used in the dairy farm as well as in the poultry farm. Let us understand. So this we call it as scientific management of livestock as well as it and its products. So how can we manage scientifically the livestock is called as a scientific management. So the scientific management, so effective management includes ensuring the good health, then they should have the disease-free condition, and as well as managing its produce and its as well as about their waste materials. Okay, so as I said you, the Green Revolution, success of Green Revolution has helped to develop some of the aspects of White Revolution also. So Green Revolution has led to the White Revolution. So they are both interlinked. So here in the next video, we shall discuss about what are the effective management practices in the farm and farm animals. So in this video, we have learned what is the importance of strategies. What is there is a need for? Why there is a need of strategies? Developing some of the strategies in increasing food production, like countries like India, and then how can we develop that? That is by a professional approach, or we say that a scientific method of managing the farm and farm animals. So animal husbandry is agricultural practice of raising and breeding of livestock. Then it deals with as well as rearing and carrying of these livestock. Then management of farm animals. What is a farm management means? It is a controlled and scientific management or handling of farm animals and rearing of these animals, and as well as we have to concentrate on the breeding aspect as well as so that we can maintain a good yield. So in the next video, we will discuss about the management of farm and farm animals in dairy farm. Thank you.